If you're a landlord with buy-to-let, HMO or Airbnb income, then you have to complete your self-assessment tax return by the 31st of January. You can do this yourself using the HMRC website, but most people find it way too overwhelming and end up spending hours reading through the guidance. Or you can have the whole thing completed within 5 minutes using the TaxFix platform, which is then checked by an accredited accountant before submission for only £110 using the link in the description below. Once you get on this page, you have to choose all of the reasons why you're doing a self-assessment. For most people, it's because you're earning money from a property, so you add this. Now, if the others apply to you, you also add them as well. So if you've earned more than £150,000, or if you've earned dividends from other businesses, or if you're self-employed, if you've sold a property, you might have some capital gains to pay as well. Once you have chosen property, click continue. Now, once you get onto this page, you also have to add your employment, because your employment, your salary, determines which income tax band you're in, and depending on which income tax band you're in, that determines how much tax you pay on your property rental income. So I will select both of these two. In terms of getting your employment information, you can connect your TaxFix platform to HMRC, or you can just add your employment manually. So let's say you work for Barclays Bank, and then you will write your salary. So let's say £50,000. So you're a director of Barclays, no. Were you employed there when the tax year ended? Let's just say yes. And any additional comments, you can probably leave that. In terms of filling out the details about your rental property, you then have to choose, is it a rented flat or a house? Are you renting a room out to someone? So you might live in the house and you're just renting one of the rooms. Or are you renting a furnished holiday let? So this is properties like Airbnb. So let's say you have both. Let's say you have a house and you have an Airbnb. How many properties do you receive rental income from? So let's say 2. You have one house and you have one Airbnb. What was the total amount earned from holiday lettings? Let's say you earn £2,000 per month, so that would be £24,000 across the entire year. Do you have any expenses related to the holiday letting? So professional fees, refurbing, mortgage interest. So select yes, and then you would put an estimate of your total expenses. So let's say your expenses including your mortgage interest were £1,000 a month. So that would be £12,000 for the entire year. What was the total amount earned from the property rental? And let's say the property rents for £1,000 a month across the year. That would be £12,000. Do you have any expenses related to the property rental? If you want to know what else is included in this, you can press what is this? And then it goes on to give you a more of a breakdown. So for example, cost on refurbishment, agency and legal fees, mortgage interest. So we select yes. Do you have a mortgage on the property you have rented out? Yes. What type of mortgage do we have? Now, most people who have an investment property will have an interest-only mortgage. How much did you pay in interest on that mortgage? Let's say your mortgage is £250 a month. So across the year, that would be £3,000 in mortgage interest. What was the total amount of other expenses from that property rental? So let's say you have a letting agent, you might be paying a service charge and those sort of things. And let's say that comes to £250 per month as well. So across the year, that would be £3,000. Is a property jointly owned with someone else? Now the reason this is important is because if you own a property jointly with someone else, then that income is split between the owners. So let's say you are a high rate taxpayer, but your spouse might be a basic rate taxpayer. On their portion of the income, they're going to pay a lower proportion of tax than you are because you're a high rate taxpayer. So now let's say the property is jointly owned with someone. Now in this case, what would happen is you would enter all of their details, send them a link, and they would also complete their self-assessment. Now to keep it simple, I'll just select no so we can continue onwards. Any additional comments about your property income? No, not really. Okay, did you or your partner receive any child benefits? I'll select no. And finally, to avoid overpaying your taxes, add all of these which have applied to you. So let's say you made a contribution to your pension, then you would add this. You gave money to charities, you're invested in investment schemes, you might have a student loan, or you might have received child benefits. Whichever ones are applicable to you, then you would simply add all of these, input all of your details, and then press finish. Now once you complete your form, you will have 3 options. If you're just looking for an accountant to review your self-assessment form and then submit that to make sure there's no mistakes, then you can choose a tax returns essential plan. Now, if you're looking for a bit more support and you also want a consultation call with the accountant, plus coverage in case there's any HMRC investigations, then you can choose a tax returns plus plan. And finally, if you're looking for an all year round support where you get up to 3 strategic planning calls every year, which includes things like your annual pension review, and so you essentially have this strategic tax planner all year round, then you can choose a tax returns platinum plan. Once you've picked your plan, you will be assigned an accountant who will review everything just to make sure that you haven't made any mistakes. So click the link in the description below to get these special prices, and make sure you complete your self-assessment before the deadline, which is the 31st of January 2026. Thank you TaxFix for sponsoring this video.